All right, Saggies, welcome. Welcome to you. I hope you're doing great. This is your reading for October. There's a lot going on. I'm going to go through it with you. And I just want to say to you that one of the coolest things, which I don't know if it's going to impact you more than the others as I go through these readings. I mean, you're one of the first readings I'm doing. But we have Juno moving into Sagittarius on the first day of October. I know, right? I mean, Juno is Jupiter's wife. Jupiter's your ruling planet. So what that means is that there can be a real focus on love this month. So let's take a look, depending on where you have Sagittarius. If you're Sagittarius rising, I feel like these readings may resonate most with rising signs and then sun signs and then moon signs. So check out your rising sign. If you're a sun sign Sagittarius, this may resonate for you because we're getting a lot of Sag right out the gate here. So let's see where we go. If you're wanting to learn tarot or astrology from me, there are links in the description box below. So let's get cracking. What is going on for you, my darlings? I'll tell you more about the astrology as we go along. Oh, check you out. Good fortune. Beautiful energy. Psychic, veiled, and healer. I saw that on the bottom when I first started shuffling. So I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, secret, but like hidden talents that you have are going to come out of the woodwork this month. Maybe psychic talents or healing talents or something like that. That might shift your direction. We've got some 10th house action going on here. So I'll tell you a little bit more. Let me just lay down the reading and then I'm going to give you a little bit of a blast of astrology. So hang on to your hat. Okay, let's see where we're going for Saggies. 10 of Pentacles underneath. The Page of Cups, the 10 of Cups, here's Scorpio energy, the Death card, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. I've been taking this 6th card. I usually only take these 5, but I'm taking this 6th card. Basically, this is the operational card, so it tells me a lot of different things. This basically says that this is going to move really fast. So there could be a fast-moving love relationship. We got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles here. That comes from an apology. Whoopsie, an apology. And there might be more than one person who apologizes to you. Wow. That would be cool. 7 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Judgment card, the Emperor, Aries, Scorpio, Queen of Swords, Empress. Wow. All right, so that's Venus, Taurus, and Libra. This is Aries. Queen of Pentacles, the Tower. Holy smokes. King of Swords. Okay. So, all right. So let me, okay. So that Emperor, Empress here is very powerful. The Tower energy showing up here and the King of Swords. There can be some kind of, this month we have Pluto out of bounds. And that means that it's like outside the normal elliptical of where it usually sits. Now, that is hitting in your third house of communication. And this can be a little bit about speaking truth to power, okay? Because your communication, your house of communication is having Pluto be out of bounds. So there's definitely something about you expressing yourself creatively or expressing yourself to powerful people, powerful situations, and like basically not taking any crap. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this astrology. We can go deeper into it in the extended, but first of all, we have this month we have the Juno moving into the first house of Sagittarius for you. That definitely says to me that you're becoming a better partner. Okay. Juno is the energy of better partner, being a good partner. And like, what does that mean to you? Sometimes it does mean that you need to speak up. You need to say some things if the relationship has been out of balance with communication at all. So Juno moving into that first house, it's like, I want to be a better partner to myself, but also to other people. So I'm learning a lot here. We have a full moon in Aries coming up, which is always about identity. That's hitting your fifth house of romance. So I feel like this can be an important birthing a new self energy. Okay. Taking accountability for how you are in relationships. On October 6th, full moon in Aries, fellow fire sign. All right. Hitting the fifth house of romance. And at the same day, Mercury's entering Scorpio is in the 12th house for you. Oh my gosh. So 12th house Scorpio. Wow. Very deep place for Scorpio. Mars is there. Mercury is coming in on the 6th. Mars and Mercury are basically connecting you. The 12th house is about connecting with spirit. Okay. 12th house is about karma, past life karma. I almost feel like this, whatever this is Pluto out of bounds in the 3rd house. Basically, you're birthing a new identity that doesn't take any crap. And whether this is pushing back on a parent, because 5th house can be children and parental units, especially if they are, or it could be siblings, 3rd house siblings. And you're basically saying like, this is who I am. I'm being a better partner. I'm being a better communicator. I am, speaking my truth. I'm not holding anything back. And I feel like this stuff that's happening in the early part of the month, this energy for everybody is really about personal transformation. So if you've had a hard time really speaking truth to power, this is your month. Okay. This is your month. In Scorpio season's coming up later in October, and that's really hitting that 12th house of spirituality. So this is a death and a rebirth of your connection to spirit. I almost feel like some of you, I like the King and Queen of Swords here, the Emperor, the Empress. It is, I'll get more into this as we go, but it's almost like I'm done with this old way of being. Remember what I said about the relationship coming back in with an apology, right? And then there's just this sense of like, I'm going to do it differently this time. And this is power. The 4 of Pentacles is power. The 7 of Wands is like stubbornness. There might have been some stubbornness around maybe giving away your power. Like, no, this is, people pleasing, whatever it is. And the Judgment card kind of wakes you up. Judgment Tower. I feel like there's a wake up energy here. And it's possible that some of you are communicating with a twin flame and saying, hey, do you realize that we're twin flames? Hey, because the 12th house with Scorpio there and all that energy moving into that 12th house, it's basically like a very spiritually activating kind of energy coming into your life and saying, I'm going to speak my truth about what I want in a relationship. I'm no longer going to kind of be like, well, whatever you want. I can also see that 12th house could be some kind of psychic energy breaking through with your twin flame or with your soulmate, the one that's destined to come in right now. And I feel like this person suddenly appears, all right, with this Tower and this King of Swords. That's Libra energy. Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 4 of Wands. This person, okay, there's water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That's Cancerian energy. There's some kind of conflict here This person has been very conflicted about making an offer to you. A real offer, a tangible offer. Person's been very conflicted about that, but they're offering, marriage. they're offering the real deal. Ace of Pentacles. This is the real deal. And it's very sudden. King of Swords. That could be you. Like, okay, if we're going to do this, this is how it's going to work. Page of Pentacles. I've learned a lot. Three of Wands. I know what to expect. Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. I've learned a lot. I know what to expect. Let's put some time and effort into this beginning stage. Let's not let it run away with us. This King of Swords is very Libra, cerebral, kind of looking, not from a necessarily hard space, but more from a logistical, a practical space. We have had Venus in Virgo, or we will have it until the middle of October. So if this happens in the beginning of October, there's a real practical alignment. Venus is Libra's ruling. Venus is Libra's ruling planet. So there's a real practical alignment here, Sag. There's a real practical alignment here. Right? So Venus, you have Libra in your 11th house, okay? And Libra in the 11th house is about social circles, social networks, connections with people. You might meet this person, or this person is connected to you on many levels, connected to you through a bunch of different people, or there might be a lot of friends in common, or this person is coming in because of a friend. This person knows the new partner coming in, and they introduce you. Some of you have someone coming back from the past, and it may have come in the doors through some kind of friendship group or social network. 11th house is also about the internet. Okay, the internet. And so this exchange may happen online. All right, so I don't know if you meet this person online, but there's definitely a lot of conversation happening online. King of Swords. And the analytical kind of part of this just says, the air sign energy says, like, let's talk about it. Let's have a lot of conversation about what we're building here. All right, about what we're building here. I feel like this person that's coming in wants to move things faster than you do. Like, remember what I said about Pluto out of bounds, right? Pluto out of bounds is like wild kind of energy, and you're having to toe the line of your own power through your communication, through what you say to this person. Pluto out of bounds. Seven of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Magician. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And the Page of Wands. So, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, but you lie to a Sag, you're done. Yeah. That is what you're going to lay down that gauntlet. You're going to be like, listen, it's possible that you met this person as or you were connected to this person when there was another relationship going on, like a third party situation. I feel like you lay it down for this person and like, you know what? That is not going to happen. So we are going to hash this through. We're going to talk through this relationship before. We're going to do a lot of healing work before. So I'm not handing you my heart. I'm saying I will spend time with you. I will hold on to my own power. The jury is still out on this as to whether I'm going to have this relationship with you at all. It depends on what happens as we work through things. So I don't want to underplay your psychic capability here or your healer capability. I feel like you know a lot of what's going on with this person just because of your psychic sensibility. And they might find that very unnerving. That might be one of the reasons that they're not coming toward you right now, because they know that you kind of see through them. They may be watching this reading right now and being like, oh my God, I can't go toward this person. They know exactly what I'm going to say. The Chariot, Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. This person that's coming toward you, I feel like they're wanting to come toward you quickly for some reason. I don't know why, but if they lie to you, they're done. They know that. This person may not want a commitment right now, but they're going to present themselves as if they do. Okay, they're going to present themselves as if they do. They want something fun and wild and joyful. Pluto out of bounds, right? They want something fun and wild and joyful. And I feel like you're much more practical, but also kind of like, I'm not doing anything until I know the truth about what it is that you want with me, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. I'm not going anywhere. Now, that's one piece of this reading, pretty big piece of this reading. But the healer energy and the psychic piece, Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups, Hierophant. So there's been a lot of stagnancy in both of your lives because of a Taurus. A Taurus or somebody who cared about money, who cares about money. There's definitely somebody who stood in the way of this relationship, and it had something to do with money. So things are delayed, things aren't getting together, or hadn't been. Okay. Sag. December, in time for Cancer season. Here we are in Libra season, and Gemini season. Oh, okay. So we've got June here, December, June. Okay. So this person could be a lot younger than you or a lot older than you. Like, they usually call it a May, December romance, but I'm going with June. All right. June, December romance. That could be true, that this person is a lot younger than you or a lot older than you. This is definitely true in terms of their spiritual awakening. I feel like you're the more mature one here. I also feel like there's a lot to be said about communication. That's funny. Communication is going to be the key to this. And if you do this without kind of collapsing into this old way of doing a relationship, I feel like if this person's coming back from the past, there's an established way of being together that I feel like you're completely setting aside. This is not going to happen again. Okay. So I'm going to continue on with this reading. I'm going to go deeper into the astrology. Obviously, I will look at that. Ooh, all of a sudden the sun. I'm going to look at the astrology. I'll look at what you don't see coming. Let's see where we go from here. October is a wild month. It is a lot about speaking truth to power for you and sticking by that long term. All right, Saggies, if you want to continue on with this reading, link is below. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.